What's the rudest thing you've ever done? My brother called me to let me know our dad was in the ER and it didn't look good for his survival. I drove like a bat out of hell 120 miles to get there. In the ER waiting room sat my brother and his wife who knew nothing and had not been given any info or updates on our dad in over 2.5 hours. I went up to the admitting desk to ask for an update and was told to sit down, that the clerk at the desk was super busy and couldn't deal with me. Unacceptable response in my opinion, so I just marched into the actual ER room to find my dad. Brother and sister-in-law followed, found my dad, and he's basically great with no one attending him. The attendant comes up to me and starts screaming at me, and I asked him what was wrong with my dad. My dad has had heart problems and has had a pacemaker. The doctor responds in terrible English that my dad had vertigo. It took several tries to figure out what he was saying, and even the nurses were having a problem understanding him. I lost it and didn't care if I got arrested or not. I loudly proceeded to tell the doctor that my dad is gray, not green, indicating a heart problem, and that my dad has had his last heart surgery at this hospital 1 year prior, and I want a heart monitor on my dad as soon as possible. The smug doctor asked me where I got my medical degree at. I smiled and again loudly said I didn't have one, but I had a law degree. I hoped he enjoyed staying in the US because by the time I was done suing him, deportation will look like a good option for him. He quickly put on a heart monitor on my dad and it showed my dad was having a heart attack as they attached it. Luckily they were able to treat him and he lived many years after that. I didn't actually have a law degree. I'm glad the buff worked.